And I really encourage you to try glazes. And I'm using two different colors that sort of go along. And we're going to start with one of those canvas boards, which I've just covered with, interestingly enough, some old pharmacy prescriptions. It's just really interesting to see the different textures. Now I'm going to go ahead and use, and I'm going to mix and match here my glazes. And you can see an example up front here of some other techniques you can do. You can mix your colors all up like I'm doing in this example. And the reason I covered this board first is that I wanted you to really see how transparent this was. And if I put a lot on, you don't see as much of my brush strokes. You can see that, but if I just have a little bit on, you can really get that brush stroke worked in there. So that's one thing you can do with your glazes. Now to those textures I was telling you about. All right, this is really fun. We have two tools here I want to show you. One is a comb tool, and this has a bunch of different edges. We're going to use this one here that has little pointy edges. It looks a lot like a little short comb, and we'll use that one first. What I'm going to do is use a lot of this glaze and just paint it on here. And you would cover whatever area you wanted to work on completely. I'm just showing you a little section of this. And then you're going to take your tool with your pointy ends down, and you're just going to drag through that. Now I can drag through it multiple times, and I can even crisscross. And you can see I get almost like a fabric texture there, which is really kind of fun. And it's an interesting way to add a little more texture to your mixed media piece. Now I want to show you my other favorite tool, which is called a faux bois tool, which means fake wood. And this is what you use to make a wood grain. And I love this because most people don't know how to do it, so they're always wondering how I got that look. And so again, I'm going to put a lot. In fact, I might even just squirt some right on my piece here. All right, because I want to get a lot on there so that you can really see how this tool is used. And you really have to play with this. So it's great to get a board and some glaze and just play with this first before you do this on a finished piece. And the trick is to rock it. And depending how you rock it will determine what your wood grain looks like. And if you don't like it, you can always go back over it and add it again. And you can keep going so you get some really great textures. Up here in front are a couple examples of two of these pieces. We use the comb tool here as the background, and we got lots of different textures by running that comb over and over again. And then over here, you can see I used the faux bois tool and got that wood grain, which is, a really fun look, great for a background.
Find more DVDs and hundreds of great products at interweavestore.com. Read about the latest art quilting, sewing, and mixed media books at interweave.com.